Namaskar. I welcome all of you to my YouTube channel Agri Business A Journey. Today I will discuss about another chapter in macroeconomics, that is business cycle. Business cycle is nothing but the recurring and the fluctuating level of economic activity in a long run period. Before explaining the business cycle, we should know about the steady growth line. Steady growth line is that line where all the business activity has been standstill. It means there is no change in economic activity over the time period. The line that has been shown above the steady growth line, that is called as the prosperity or the expansion, and the line on the line that has been shown just below the steady growth line, that is called the depression. Accordingly, business cycle has been divided into 5 categories. One is expansion, second is peak, third is recession, fourth is depression, and fifth is trough and recovery. Before explaining what are the economic activities that has been impacted on business cycle, I just like to remind that, dear audience, please check all the videos I have uploaded in YouTube in macroeconomics chapter. If you can go through that, then it is easier for you to learn the business life cycle or business cycle. You all know that I have already highlighted in my national income chapter that economic activities that has been impacted on business life cycle or business cycle are national output, consumer and capital expenditure, price of raw material, employment, inventory, bank credit, and stock price. When all the input supply increases in spite of increase in their price, when all the product and services has been increases and consumers has given a positive signal about the product and services to buy the things, then producers, investors, financiers, everyone is find the positive signal to invest and to run their business. Though all the economic parameter has in the increasing stage, then it is called as the expansion stage of business cycle. Just before the peak time has occurred when the wage rate is quite higher. When the wage rate is quite higher, looking into the business opportunity, producers use the labor in spite of higher wages. And sometimes it has been observed that though price of the wage has been increased, it increased the cost of living among the consumers level. If the cost of living has been increased, then once it has been observed that consumers give the resistance against the product and service buying process. If the consumers give the resistance, they will not buy in the product and services, then questions arises which industry will impacted first. The real estate impacted first, followed by automobiles, followed by home furnitures. When all these products has been rejected by the consumer, then you know that it is just beginning of the stage of peak. But producer could not understand what the consumer has been signaled. It keeps on productions. When the producer could not understand what is going on in the market and keeps on production, suddenly it has been observed that there is the overproduction and over investment. Inventory piling has been occurred. Producer feel that no, this is not the right time to going more and more in the investment process. Then producer also stop to produce more of product and services. When producers stop to produce the product and services, simultaneously consumers also showing the reluctant to buying the product and services, you know that it is the stages of starting of recession. When recessions are going on or it has been started, then you know that producers are sitting on high level of inventory. When the producers are sitting on high level of inventory, then producers feel that it is the time to reduce the price of the product. But consumer expect that it is the time to wait more time, or it is the time to wait more, by which there may be the chances that cost or the price of the product and services will be reduced down further. When the producers decrease the price of the product and services, but consumers still not buying the product and service, then ultimately you know that it is the stages of depression. In the time of depression, all the economic parameter I have highlighted above, like all the economic parameters just like the national output, consumer and capital expenditure, price of raw material, employment, inventory, bank credit, stock price, all are going down. When all are going down, then there may be the chances that the weak player or weak private player in the market, they leave the market and go outside. All the though there is a very poor investment throughout the market scenario, then there is a chances of high unemployment. Consumers are not buying the product. Investors are not coming to invest in different type of the product and services. If all the economic parameters are in the negative stage, you understood that it is the last stage of depression, that is the drop. When drop comes, then a sense of positivity has coming over the sense of negativity. Consumer thought that price of the product and services will not be reduced down further. Labor also thought that or think that whatever the wage rate that has been offered by the investors or the private players, it has not been increased further. So they have been settled at definite type of the wage rate. Investor thought that they need to run the business, otherwise their machineries, their investment, that will be going high and there will be chances of depreciation, and ultimately it will be at cost and services. Then ultimately throughout the business ecosystem, you will find all the players, from the consumers to investors, from the bankers, private players, money, the laborers, all are ready to do the job in the particular situation. Then you can know that this is the stages of recovery. When the stages of recovery will come, then day by day you will find again the national output will be increased, consumer and capital good will be increased, price of raw material will be increased, employment increase, inventory increase, bank rate increase, stock price also increased. Then again the business cycle will go or enter to the expansion stage. In a single note, I just like to highlight that business cycle is nothing but the recurring and the fluctuating of economic parameter in different time period. If you can understood that different type of the economic parameter in a proper way, then you can identify how you enter in the investment process, whether it is the right time to invest or whether it is not the right time to invest, whether it is the right time to channelize the inventory or whether it is the right time to buying the product and services or hoarding. All these things have been connected with each other. Thank you all to watching my video.